Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So we have another case that happened yesterday. So this is another case of domestic violence. Stephenmuriithi fatally stabbed his wife of 20 years, Lydia Nyagodhie, at their home in Uthiru, Mathira sub-location. Nyagodhie was Muriithi's nurse at Tumutumu PCA hospital, where he was admitted after a violent attack by his former wife, who also scalded him with hot water. Nyagodhie nursed him back to health, both emotionally and physically, but 20 years later, he turned against her and allegedly killed her in cold blood. Muriithi is a freelance photographer. In the incident that he was scalded by hot water, the former wife was actually taken to court. She was taken to a Karatina court, but she was released on unclear circumstances, and the suspect is actually free. Nurse Nyagodhie made it her responsibility to care and nurse Muriithi for over the 3 months that he was admitted at the hospital following that accident. The two then fell in love in the process of him receiving, care from Nyagodhie, who is a nurse. After 3 months and after him recovering, the two fell in love. They soon married later after he was discharged from the hospital. In the years to come, it's being reported that it seems like everything changed. The love turned sour, and the man that Nyagodhie cared and loved for dearly turned on her. So last Friday, Nyagodhie's life was cut short, allegedly by a victim of the same violence. So this man experienced some sort of domestic violence, which ended up with him being banned and being in hospital 20 years ago. And now 20 years later, he's here having killed his second wife, allegedly. Muriithi is alleged to have stabbed her several times with a knife at their home, killing her instantly. Some of the neighbors and friends have been interviewed, and they've been opening up a little bit more into the kind of relationship that these two people had and what happened. They have described Muriithi as a reserved and laid-back man. He didn't talk much. He didn't interact much. A close friend of the couple said, and I quote, "Muriithi, or Abbas as we call him, is a close friend of mine for a long time, but it was very hard to understand him since he kept his domestic matters to himself. He looked disturbed, but he did not tell us what was happening," said Joseph Weru, who is also a health officer. Weru father said he met Nyagodhie as she walked home from work just minutes after 5 p.m. I'm assuming they both work at the same hospital since Nyagodhie is a nurse. Less than 30 minutes, someone called me to tell me about the tragic incident, he said. Neighbor said, "The couple are my neighbors and close family friends. I met Lydia as she went home from work on that fateful day, and she seemed to be in a hurry, so we didn't talk much. However, a few minutes after we parted, I received the call. On arriving at the scene, I found her in a pool of blood. It was very, very shocking," he said. Another colleague, who is actually Muriithi's colleague, he's also a photographer, a freelance photographer, said, and I quote, "I have interacted with him, Abbas, as is known, for a long time as a colleague, and I've always known him as a very humble person. When I first heard the news, I couldn't even believe it," end of quote. Nyagodhie has been described as kind and loving woman. She was always ready to help, and being a nurse, and you guys, if you know the health environment in Kenya, just finding a nurse that is so supportive is very rare to find these days. So this is such a huge loss for the nursing community. So far, the family has not spoken to the media. They have just said that they're expecting the police to carry thorough investigations to know exactly what happened. So that's kind of telling. Maybe they know something that we do not know, but they're not saying much. Mathira West Police Commander Michael Ndegwa said the DCI has taken over the case because this is now a homicide case. It's probably beyond them. But as of today, no arrest has been made. So again, this man is on the run. People don't know where he is. He stabbed this poor woman and now has disappeared. And that's what we know so far. If there's any further updates, I'll be sure to make another video and to let you know. We really need to know what was the motive, what really happened, why did he chose to just stab this poor woman instead of just walking away, instead of leaving the relationship. I'm not sure what the motive was. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're not yet subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also make sure you hit that notification bell so you know every time I post. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.